Hello. You'll have to excuse some of my nervousness. It will go away, but I'm not used to being in front of a camera. There is one thing I'd like to speak to you about. Actually, it's a few. I have been asked, actually, to do clearing work upon the Lightworkers. All of those choosing their light, if you are aware of it or not, at this point, there are many, many coming through, but we are, or I am, one of the first wavers, and a lot of us are in our 60s and 70s. I'm a lot older than you think I am. There was something that was given to me to read to you, first of all. It came from Source, or God. And this is what he wanted to tell you, and then I will be calling them in, and as Michael, the Archangel Michael, directs it, there will be certain things that they are going to clear on you. We can bring in the Karmic Councils of Light, the Melchizedek order, which is the knowledge and wisdom. But first, let me read this. It says, "This is what I want to tell you. You are perfect in every way. You are made in my image, and my image is never wrong. So listen to our words closely, for I deliver them with care and love. It is the deepest love you will ever know. Be patient. Your vibration will come up. Much love to you, Source." I am actually going to show you directly how I work. So I'm going to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It's the only way I know how to do it. There's no AI involved in this, as you can tell, I would think. And quite honestly, I have difficulty sometimes with YouTube because I can't tell really what's AI and what isn't, but I'm old school. So first I'm going to call everybody in, and I'm going to let you know who is there. First we have the Archangel Michael. Oh, and his legions, he said. Michael and I have bantered back and forth many, many lifetimes, huh? Wow, I didn't know that. Am I going to get a few shocks? If I look up, it's because I'm listening. I'm sure if any of you do receive information, you know that when you sort of listen, you're kind of looking away. It's just because we're listening. I work with the Ascended Masters. I do have a website. It's under White Bear and the Ascended Masters. My name is Wendy, though, and it's been Wendy all my life. So I probably will change that name because Wendy seems better. That's my American Indian name, and I did train, was it 33 years, gosh. About 33 years as a shaman, and then you become gradually what's known as a clearer. And a clearer is someone that has the, what are you calling that? When I do that, I'm speaking to Michael. I guess, okay, the authority to be able to go to the upstairs and break vows, contracts, whatever it is that's coming at other people or stopping or blocking, and that's making your life difficult. And of course, I can tell you right now, if you are of light and you are choosing your light, you've probably had a pretty hard time. I know money's getting blocked. I know that people are waking up and they've got heart problems, they're exhausted. It's been a long haul. Let me say that much. But what I can tell you is your planet is going through ascension. And as far as I can tell, is that source? It's going to go through ascension. And, oh, okay. He will be leading the way. So that's a good thing. Okay. First, let me just introduce who is here, because the temperature in the room just went up by about 20 degrees. I have the Melchizedek order. The Fathers Melchizedek, they are the knowledge and wisdom within the universe. The Karmic Council of Light has just come in. The Karmic Record Keepers. Wow, you guys are in too? Okay. The Archangel Michael, and I've already said that, all of his legions. Gabriel is here, Uriel, Ariel, Zadkiel, all of the Archangel realm are here. And I didn't know there was helpers, and they're helpers. So yes, you do have ascended masters. Lord Sananda, who you know as Jesus, he is present. So yes, he was the first person that actually got me, I'm getting teared, to do this work. And I wasn't even a believer. That changed. I'm not, okay. Is there someone I've missed? Okay. Source himself is here. And I'm going to go ahead and anchor myself in. And then I'm going to ask for that to be done for all light workers that may choose it or need it. I am also going to ask Source to override, and this I would do if I was a light worker. It's a law that is very beneficial. Allow Source or the Ascended Masters or whoever you listen to, the Archangel Michael, allow them to override your energy if you make a mistake. They can then correct it in accordance with God. Yes. So I am asking for the Chamber of Light to be brought in, Source. And I'm asking for Lord Sananda to kind of hold my hand here a little bit, because I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, I'm sure you were in your day. Yeah. Melchizedek has just anchored in. Seraphus Bay's just anchored in. Gabriella has just anchored in. I don't know who she is. Okay. Isis has just come in. The mighty Elohim are coming in now, and there is grace of the silver ray. She has the power to grace any and all karma that is not in accordance or is holding you back. One thing they did want me to tell you, many light workers had great difficulty, especially coming in from the angelic realms, and being in a physical body and being in a fear-based society, which we are unfortunately in, and with different energies flying around the planet, I won't name them, that are attempting to keep you in that fear. Source, he just said they will have to take it up with me if they're going to keep you in that fear, because they're not. If you allow God to intervene, he will do this. It is known as a divine intervention. What did you just say? I'm not an expert. No, I would not say I'm an expert. They said, but I'm kind of on my way. Well, that's good. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do the work they really wanted me to do because I had a few heart attacks through COVID, and unfortunately my heart is quite damaged. So I have very little energy, and of course with clearing work or anything else, when you're holding that kind of vibration, you need energy. Source is providing the energy right now, otherwise I'd probably be on my face. But I am actually having to sort of hold down 2 jobs, and it's just difficult. So I'm doing the very best I can. Now I'm asking for Source, can you come in and just, yeah, okay. What they're saying is I'm going to be completely truthful and just work the way I normally work. So I'm not holding anything back. I'm not hiding anything. This is the way I work. It doesn't mean everybody has to work this way, but it's the way I work. Okay? It was the way I was taught, and I think I had some good teachers. It was the actual masters that taught me. Much though I wanted to go to some school, nobody would let me. It was very annoying, really, but still. Origins are in England, and I live here. In Florida at the moment, and it's hot here and sticky. So they're ready to begin. Okay, so I'm going to, Seraphis Bay is here. Saint Germain is here. Mother Mary, Mary Magdalena. Divine Goddess. Okay, is that divine? You're showing me the infinity single. So you mean divine feminine, divine masculine. Yes, okay. The first thing I'm going to ask for is for them to balance me, stabilize me, and anchor me in. You can use my words, or you can say, I want what she did. Okay? They should know. Well, Archangel Michael will definitely know, and Source will too. So there you go. I'm trying to keep this to half an hour, and then there'll be every other day. They said I should be able to come on. My energy doesn't really allow for it to be every day because I get too tired, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm getting sad about my heart. Yes. Okay, Michael, take it away. Oh, I am a direct channel. Yes, sorry. So there'll be times when they may come through and just take over, and other times they said that they couldn't do it without me, which is, I guess is true in a way. because they have to come through someone. A physical body. That doesn't make me feel great, really. No, okay. All right, so the first energy that is coming up, you have energy shifts coming in on the planet every Friday about 3 o'clock. If you pay attention, you'll notice that everything tends to go wacko around about that time. And then all this stuff comes up over the weekend, and all your emotions are everywhere, and your body's shaking, and, you know, it's a mess. So we're trying to get you through this and get your vibration up and show you how to stabilize and show you how to pull off the miracle that you really are, even though you don't believe it. And what I was saying that Michael said I forgot to finish, it was to do not just with the angelic realm, but it was to do with other light workers. They weren't used to being in a physical body. So there have been many light workers that have turned to substances or alcohol or whatever it is. Whatever you've turned to, it makes no difference. There is no judgment, okay? Don't judge yourselves, and don't think God's judging you, because he's not. The only thing this requires is a good heart and the ability to be able to love others when you need to. Do not give away too much of yourself, because we tend to do that. Pull your power back. And if you don't know how to do that, ask Michael or God or someone, please bring my power back to me, because I'm feeling drained, okay? And over the next month or so, you may feel a little drained. Okay, they keep saying this. What is in on the planet right now, the new energy that came in, or the Friday, it's to do with mother, father, cultural, and hereditary energy lines. That basically means all the genetic coding of your parents' parents, etc., 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 all the way down the line. And obviously somewhere in there, there's probably dark contracts, or there could be curse energy involved. A lot of times when we're dealing with darkness, specifically, there needs to be an exchange. I've always known there need to be some type of exchange. It can be a penny, it can be $1, it can be anything. But sometimes there's an exchange needed. Not sometimes. Most of the time. I wasn't aware I was clearing that. Okay. All right, they're saying that the people here, if you look into my face, you'll know the truth, okay? You know when someone's lying, you know when they're telling the truth. And if you need to get it verified, get it verified, yes? Right. Well, if we're going in on the mother, father, cultural, hereditary, I'm going to start doing my work with them now, okay? And you can just be there and listen. Yeah, mother, father, culture, and hereditary. There should be a cord at the back of the shoulder blades. Can we get that cut so that, yeah, if you can pull that root structure out and fill all voids with love and light? Yes. And then if we can run light back through those cords, dissolving, transmuting any negative belief systems, thought processes, memory form, and cruelty. They're mentioning cruelty. all of that can get transmuted into divine line essence. Some of it we came into because of karma. So I'm going to go to Grace Elohim. Grace, are you with me? You just put the flags out. Yeah, I'm here. It took a lot, didn't it? A spiritual kick up the backside. Well, it was more just tiredness. Yeah. I am being asked. Oh, you know. Okay. That's why you're here. Okay. I'm assuming a lot of the light workers came in that way because of karma. Yeah. Is it allowed for you to grace any and all karma that is not for the greatest and highest good right now, that is blocking or stopping them from moving forward? I don't know if there's any hexes, curses, symbiont energy. Symbiont energy is more like an entity in your head that keeps sort of plugging in weird thought forms. I also asked to lay my ego down because my ego is freaking out. Yeah. I still have one. Yes. I asked for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I asked to be able to remain humble and in your service. Okay, the angelic realm is being doubled and tripled in the next few days. Every light worker that calls for help will be given it. Don't think you don't deserve it. Don't think you've got, you're allowed to have shame. You're allowed to have guilt. You're allowed to have all of those things. But let go of them. Give them to God, okay? And ask Him to fill that void. Yes, it's irrelevant what you did in the past. It's just relevant what you choose now. It takes 1 minute to change your life into giving and helping others from a place of love, as opposed to hurting and cruelty to others from your own injuries or from darkness or negative. Yes. I was also shown that you've got a lot of, I'm unable to really see where the darkness is coming from, and I don't really care unless I need to know. No, I don't. Then could we please go in and clear away that darkness? Demonics, entities, anything, cause of attachment that are running negativity. Can we cut anything and everything away that is not for their greatest and highest good? And any cords, Michael, can they come in through source and down so that source can filter any negative? Because he's not going to let a darn thing through. Yeah. Right. I'm asking to balance the central chakra system of each. Do I have to say each light worker every time? No. Okay. I'm asking to balance the chakra systems of the light workers, and also balance and complete any holes and tears that might be in their energy fields, because there has been a lot of negative frequencies running around, which is damaging the outer side of the energy fields. Are we able to get a divine protection for each and every person if they choose it? Okay. So this is obviously a choice because it's a free will choice planet. You can choose to do this alone, or you can choose to do this with as much help as you can possibly get. My choice would be as much help as I can possibly get, because it's really, it's hitting critical mass is what it's hitting, is what they're saying. The vibrations are coming in fast. It feels like time is speeding up. That's because it is. And things are getting faster and faster and faster and faster. And it's almost like everything you keep trying to do, you can't quite just get finished, and then you get stuck, and this doesn't work, and that doesn't work, and the cost too much money, and this is that. Slow down, breathe, and ask for them to intervene and bring it into divine right timing. I'm asking for divine right timing for each and every light worker. Now they've gone to the next subject. When you say you're trying to speed it up, am I taking a long time? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I won't say I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, past lives, whether you believe in it or not, does exist. And you've been here many times. Some of you are coming in late for whatever reasons, and some of you came in early, like us. Things got delayed, unfortunately. Ashtar and the Federations of Light are here. I can confirm that there is someone known as Commander Ashtar, and he does run the fleet of the Ashtar Command. Also, the Ashtar Command is part of the Intergalactic Federations of Light, and they are here also. I do know there are some tapes that are actually on YouTube that are supposedly the Ashtar Command. I haven't heard of the name Ashtar Sharon, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Yes, I know it's AI, but the information is pretty good. Documentation on the book that they're talking about does show you, I believe it's 2750, the book, which it was a bit, well, I'm a little tight on money, so it was a bit tight, but I really did want to know what the different signs and symptoms were of people that are going through these activations and recalibration. Yes. And that does give you a breakdown, and you will probably find that you are having a lot of them. Like, I'm getting a headache right here. I will not be able to stay long because I can feel my energy is, yeah. Alright, I'm trying to stay in my body, guys. Now, what they also want to do is clear the past lives, which is going to be done in a very exact, in fact, is it the same way? Yeah. They're going to go ahead and do that in exactly the same way as they do the hereditary line. The hereditary line is your genetic line of your birth and all the family members that you've had, etc. Past lives are different because they're different aspects of you coming in from the higher self. You know, it's like a different segment of that orange comes down every lifetime. and then you leave, and all of what you've learned spreads through that orange, and another piece comes down. Now, we have had lifetimes of darkness, and we have had lifetimes of light. We've had more lifetimes of light than of darkness. I believe that was a rule. It was 1/3 dark to 2/3 light. So that when the time came to be able to make that choice, which it's here, there would be more of you that would probably, a greater proportion of you, would be more inclined to choose your love and your light. Light simply means love. It means unconditional love, compassion, joy, freedom, happiness. The Christ vibration is the new vibration under Lord Sananda and Jesus that is really taking your planet through ascension. And unfortunately, there is a speed up taking place now in vibration. This is Max. He's the protector puppy. I believe it's because of the war and the fact that Mother Earth somehow, these bombings affected Mother Earth, and I don't know if it's a ley line or it's a fault that got hit. Now, it's very important that Earth get through this transition, because then this transition sets off transitions throughout the entire universe. So if you knock Earth off, everything goes out of whack, which is probably the plan of, let's just say, the negative. I won't define what the negative is. They are going to begin also to clear the past life injury. They will actually cut. Now, is that you're going to be cutting the past life cord? So you may feel an ache between your shoulder blades. That's that cord. They can pull that away from you so you don't feel as much. And then they will be able to transmute. What they do there is, it's almost like you'll see they're going through a file cabinet, which has all of your records. And it's kind of like, we need this, we need this, we don't need this, that's out of here. We need this, we need this, we don't need this, it's out of here. We need this, we need this. And a lot of times, the stuff that is being removed is the stuff that you sort of hear in your head or you feel. That's what's leaving. It's not what's coming in. Okay? So remember that. When all of a sudden you get a wave of fear, that's what's leaving your energy, not what's staying in it. Okay? Any and all voids will be filled with updated programming, they're saying. So is that Ashtar? Yes. They're going to be helping out. In fact, they'll be probably putting, with your permission, a grid. I think I need a grid in my system, Ashtar, because I have it's like the rib cage is bothering me. Yeah. I realize that's why you're kind of pulling me out, because the energy's a bit strong. Yeah, I just need to know, is there anything anyone else needs to know right now? Okay. Probably I will post this tonight, and I know none of you probably know the website, so I will, if you are, or you do indeed start watching some of the Ashtar Command videos, you can put your name and your city, where you're from, and I will put this down there on as many as I can, so that you guys have ideas, especially the older people, because we're not as young as we used to be, and we're not spring chickens anymore. So holding and anchoring can be tough for us. And I'm not saying any of us won't do it, because we will. You know, we're the warriors and the fighters, and we're going to keep fighting for the light no matter what. So if you're with us, I hope you all leave a comment. I'll try and read as many as I can, and if there's anything that you specifically want cleared, let me know. They will be clearing some dark contracts. If there is anything in your energy field as they read it, they're going to clear it. My suggestion to you with that is, a lot of times I've found an exchange should be given. You can do it as a donation. I believe there's a PayPal button on the website. I'm just not sure whether it's actually on my actual page that explains everything, or whether you see it immediately. But I do know there is a PayPal button. I also have an email address on my website, and the website is White Bear and the Ascended Masters. Now, I am going to change that, but right now that is what it is under. There's many that don't know it, I know, and it's been difficult for me to post, mainly because there has been some problems with my heart, unfortunately. And it's not playing ball. So I don't know how long I'm going to be here. So make use of me while I am here. If you believe there has ever been witchcraft or I don't know if it's Santeria or Bukaria that is the good one or bad one, curses, hexes, any of that stuff, if you believe that some of that's taken place, do an exchange. Even if it's $1, donate $1, because it doesn't, I don't think it matters how much, it just matters that whatever, I found that whatever you are willing to put out for your own healing, and I learned this the hard way, financially, it comes back to you tenfold. And yes, there are times when we've really got to negotiate with the negative, and the negative doesn't play ball unless there's an exchange. So I'm not forcing you to, and some of you may not feel that that has even happened. But a donation would definitely help in just keeping the line going, and maybe I won't have to work the other jobs as much, so I'll have more time to be able to really focus on what needs to be done for you guys. There are a lot of you out there, and I know a lot of you don't know everything. In fact, you're only just now picking up, especially the new people coming in. To be slammed with, you got to get up to this vibration, and it's hard. So this is why they asked me to come in, and when we cut and clear all of this, it immediately brings your vibration up and your vibration up. And so with a bit of luck, if we can get through this and keep going, I would like to say, without an exchange, they can break all negative, let's say curses or hexes or etc. I'm unsure whether they can without an exchange. So, like I said, if you feel that that has happened to you, then do an exchange. It's worth it. Because sometimes I don't think it can get cleared without it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The darkness doesn't really take gifts, if you know what I mean. A lot of times they'll say to me, hey, this is a gift, this person doesn't have financing and they need help. The Great Shamanic Council will be in, and we will deal with soul fragmentation, we'll deal with all of it. But for right now, like, we're going to go with mother, father, cultural, and hereditary. And we're going to go with past life, going into each lifetime. Now, can you stagger that? Right, so that we can run light through and then hold for a little bit, because sometimes there's a lot of energy coming at one time. And, you know, it's a lot to take just with the energy coming in now, let alone them, you know, having to speed up this. Okay. One thing that's very good to know to ask for is to ask for it peacefully, easily, and harmoniously. And if it's going too fast for you, say, God, please, slow down a bit. I'm in confusion, I'm in overwhelm. Okay? Okay, so when you say you're doubling and tripling the angelic realms, is this now, so all the way through? Okay. For how long? So at least until you completed the past life clearings? Yeah. Okay. The lifetimes that are of darkness, if you're choosing your light, you don't even need them. So, yeah. Ashtar, you're in. I had the karmic counts. Yes, are you able, could you go through and take a look? Obviously, each soul, you have a record of every light worker. Yes. So do they, I know. But I'm going to need to stop. Okay. All right. There's a disturbance. Okay. I'm going to stop now. I will come in again in the next, it will be Wednesday. Then I will come in. I wish you love and light. Go for it. It's worth it. It really is.